Limousines are a mode of transport rare to find in this part of the world. In Kenya, there are about 13 limousines for hire against more than 2 million personal cars. One of the most astounding components about limousines is that they are relatively costly, locking out most who are keen to hire them, let alone buying of the vehicles.
Limos can cost you anything up to about 15 million. They're about a stretch limo, and this is what we're talking about, the original. This is not the Unganisha type. 6
years ago, 5 former college mates saw the gap in the wedding and events transportation service and decided to start a limousine business armed with a 12 million shillings loan.
First of all, we viewed how the wedding transport is currently at that time in the country, and then we looked at how we could make it better. So we decided to import a brand new stretch Chrysler limousine. That was the first limousine that arrived in November of 2010.
Despite limousines being associated with high costs, dealers say hiring the special vehicles can actually reduce cost for clients, and most people can afford the cost with good planning.
Limo, the Chrysler will take between 1 to 10. So 10 people in a car has saved you in terms of 2-3 other cars. A standard car will carry 4 maximum. If the bride is there, it will only be 3. 1 in front, 2 at the back. So that's 3. If you have a third person, that's 4. So when you're talking about 10, yes, talking about 3 vehicles.
Little might be known about vehicle assembling in Kenya, especially when it comes to limousines.
You're making something new. It's not coming. It's something that's already been made for you. So you have to make it basically. So you encounter everything. Like for example, if you put a new sunroof in the car, it starts leaking. Yeah? You're making something basically. You're fabricating it yourself. Something handmade.
The technique of assembling a limousine is quite interesting.
It's basically you buy a normal car. Yeah, you cut it at the center. You stretch it. You work your way through your mechanical. You have to get a new engine. You have to reinforce the chassis. Then you move to interior side. You went to mechanical, fine. You have a road shell and everything. Then you move to interior. Interior is all custom made, full upholstery. And then you move to a TV. You have to be a creative, of course. You have your roof going. Yeah.
Among clients who have hired limousines are a range of award winners such as sportsmen and women.
Charges, we're looking at around 10,000 shillings per hour, give or take. But if you're going to take the whole day, you're looking at around 60,000 shillings.
Low season, we charge between 20,000 to 25,000 per hour. And the low seasons are off-peak months such as January to March and June to July.
James Mukonjora, a limousine chauffeur, recounts the challenge of driving on some of the roads, especially during peak hours when traffic is heavy.
Tricky maneuvering in places that are quite tight. So sometimes you usually do a route check to see whether you can be able to maneuver in those areas. And also you have a chase car security that assists in that. So it's not that difficult to drive it.
Despite this challenge, however, clients who hire limousines enjoy a pleasurable ride as they consider riding in a luxurious vehicle on their wedding day or any other special occasion, the icing that makes it tremendously stylish.
Turnover is reasonable. It's between 3.2 and 4.8 per year. Because again, it's a seasonal business. It's mostly there during peak seasons. And the low seasons like now, we're free.
This could be mistaken for a living room, but frankly, it's not. The luxury in this car makes one understand why a man would hire a limo to pick his newborn baby and the mother from the hospital. Brian Itava, Channel 1 Business.